What's up, YouTube? I'm Alberta26, and today I want to talk about the impending class changes to tanks for the 8.1 patch. This patch is hanging right over our heads. I really thought it was going to be this Tuesday, and these changes are going to shake things up for tanks a little bit. Maybe a lot. Probably just a little bit, though. So here we go. This page that I'm reading off of is on Wowhead. I will link it in the description. It's their content, not mine. Got it out of the way. For Guardian Druid, at the top of the list, all damage increased by 12%. I want to be excited about this change, but it doesn't impact our survivability in the least, except for the fact that fights will be shorter. So it seems valuable. We were pretty low. People said they had threat problems. I never got into particularly high keys with my druids, so I'm not really sure how the threat felt at the top end of it. But that was a overriding complaint, so maybe this will fix it. Stampeding Roar cooldown reduced to 1 minute from 2 minutes. This is a huge raid change. Legion strategies for many boss fights relied on Stampeding Roar to execute them well. They made you able to get around mechanics in a huge way, so I think this is a nice change for them in a raid environment. Coupled with their really good survivability, this will make a big difference to them in a raid. Ursol's Vortex now available in level 30 talents. Thank you! This is a great utility change for Mythic Plus. That's exactly what it's for. It has nothing to do with raids. And I think that this is a nice addition. I think that my wife said this sounds like they're making Guardian Druids into Demon Hunters, and I kind of hear it, right? That's our Sigil of Chains right there, Ursol's Vortex, and an increase in our damage pushing us up. I don't know if we'll be at Demon Hunter levels, but that would be cool. In AoE, we already have pretty good damage, so this will just push it way over the top. Moving on, Blood Death Knight. Nerfs across the board. Nothing scary if you're good at your class. So let's read about them. Veteran of the Third War no longer increases armor by 15%, but Bone Shield now increases armor by an additional 10% of strength. There's some math down at the bottom of this page. It's down here somewhere. There it is right there. Screen cap that. And basically everybody says that if you keep Bone Shield up, your armor will be just about the same as it was before this nerf. That's good. That's forcing you to play your class well instead of just having strong passive damage reduction. So I'm into that. Bone Storm now heals for a maximum of 15% every second. I mean, on a big pull, I would pull it all. I'd get decked down to like a lower percentage of health, and I'd Bone Storm, and like my health would never drop after that. A little cap on this. I'm not angry at it. And then Will of the Necropolis now only triggers below 30% health, was 35, and reduces damage by 30%, was 35. This is a change, and obviously. And I think that 30% health is actually scarier than 35% health. When I'm hitting around 30% health, that's pretty much when I'm thinking about a cooldown. I'm thinking about something to like maybe slow down some of this incoming damage. 35% health, it's not as scary. So I don't know. I think this is a change to maybe make Will of the Necropolis less mandatory and more appealing, which I'm fine with. So overall, less self-heals out of Bone Storm, more baseline damage taken, which is okay because our Death Strike functions off of that anyway. So that might make Death Strike kind of push into healing more and offset the Bone Storm nerf. And this Will of Necropolis change, I see it as a tweak. It's a fine-tune. It's not like a nerf, oh my gosh. So, Vengeance Demon Hunter. No changes. Shocking. They're in a good spot. Mine's only 330 item level, 333, something like that. So I don't have like a high-end reference, but it doesn't surprise me at all that they received no changes. Brewmaster Monk. Stagger now staggers approximately 3.5% less baseline damage, and Ironskin now adds an additional 2% stagger compared to live. So, little nerf to stagger there, fair enough. Brewmasters were the presumptive choice for rating for this tier. Like, didn't Method have 2? I don't know. My Brewmaster I haven't played very much because I didn't get into the raid this tier. Oh, woe is me. They brought a warrior and a paladin. I'm not gonna like dish on this video. Never mind. I haven't really played my Brewmaster monk that much. I've been playing more Mythic Plus, and they were kind of fun at the beginning of Mythic Plus, but now the field seems to have settled out the way everybody thought with Death Knight and Demon Hunter, and paladins are in there somewhere. I haven't played it much, but this seems fair. I heard that they've been just super strong, taking hardly any damage with that stagger. So, and again, it makes you play better, right? You're pushing more of that stagger into Ironskin Brew up time and less into baseline damage reduction without pushing any buttons. So that's good. And there's some math down the page on this too. Yeah, here you go right here. I don't know. It doesn't really, I'm not scared about it. Protection Paladin. I have not played a Protection Paladin. I got mine to 110 while Legion Invasions were still up. And that's all I've done this expansion with my Paladin. They're gross and they have a pink health bar. And that's gross. So I don't play it. But Hand of the Protector now heals a friendly target, increased by up to 200% based on their missing health, not your missing health. Having not really played one, this sounds like a good change. The heal was probably not very valuable at all. Like you would have to time it to when your health was low, and why is your health getting low? You're a tank, you don't want it to be low. And then you would only be using it on yourself, I would assume. So, because your health is low at that point. So this is upping their group utility overall, and I'm okay with it. That seems like something that they felt like they lost going into this expansion, so getting a little bit of it back. And now Protection Warrior. I'll preface this by saying I wanted to play a Protection Warrior this expansion, and then I did, and then I didn't want to. So I have high hopes for these. Ignore Pain is off the global cooldown, but has a 0.5 second cooldown. Yes! The community at large screamed for this. They heard it, and they did it. I'm pleased with this. I don't feel this was mandatory. There were ways to maybe make Ignore Pain more valuable, or up our self-healing, or something like that. But this is pulling them back a little bit to that Legion gameplay at the end of the Legion expansion, and that gameplay was good. So I'm okay with that. And Shield Block now has a 16-second cooldown, down from 18. This is a great change. 2 seconds doesn't seem like much, but it is. There's going to be like a 4-second window now where you don't have this mitigation up when you might need it, and you can just spam the fuck out of Ignore Pain. So, and keep doing your rotation. So this is fine. This is a big change, making our super valuable mitigation even more valuable. And then Vanguard passive now increases stamina by 45%, up from 40%, and armor gain from strength by 55%, up from 50%. This change on its own is not that exciting. It's just a little amping them up a little bit. But I think this, coupled with the shield block change and the Ignore Pain change, all together, the whole package, this sounds good. I haven't played it, so who knows? I may not feel like it's enough, but these are steps in the right direction, and these are steps that work well together, not necessarily on their own. I think that's better because we want to just kind of bring them up to where they should be gently, not like, oh, we'll just turn something up and that's a fix. So this is a good fix. Good fix. Protection Warriors everywhere should be very excited about this. And that's it. Those are the changes. So Guardian Druid, meh. Death Knight, nerf, we knew it was coming. Vengeance Demon Hunter, no changes. Shh. Brewmaster Monk, small nerf, nothing scary for Brewmaster or Death Knight. That's good way to get out of that. I mean, when Guardian Druids were too overpowered, they lost their magic damage. They lost a whole button in Legion when they were overpowered. So these guys should feel good. Protection Paladin, Hand of the Protector change, no idea. Pink health bars are gross. If you play a Protection Paladin and you have a strong opinion on this, either way, good or bad, I would love to hear about it because I have no frame of reference. Protection Warrior, they're cranking it up. They're turning, but not just one knob, right? It's like this knob and this knob and this knob, like cranking it all up. And I like it. I like where this is going. I could imagine some few more things they might change, but I am super excited to see how this plays out. So that's it. These are the data mined known tank changes for 8.1 as of November 2nd, 2018. That's today. So there could be more. I'd be surprised. I feel like this is what we'll get on live, but who knows? Maybe they'll like just fuck Demon Hunters on a whim before it launches, or they'll give Guardian Druids back the magic damage button that they took away in Legion. Not bitter, still bitter. So we'll see. But that's all I have to say about this stuff right now. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like I said, I'll have this page linked so you don't have to keep like rewinding the video to hear these changes. You can go look at them yourself. Check out these calculations down at the bottom for Brewmasters and Death Knights. I think you'll, like me, just kind of shrug off the changes and be like, just reeling it all in, trying to get everybody a little bit closer to each other without dragging anybody down really far. So that's it. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe below. Check me out on Twitch. I'm tanking keys whenever I find the time. And that's all I got. My name is Alberta26. Thank you for watching. Game on.